Alrighty. So, hey, Tony here, Rand Ventures 2.0. What are we doing and where are we at? Well, what we're doing is we're going to take a tour of a museum. And what museum? None other than the Spam Museum here in Minnesota. So, the last episode I left, we did our live on Sunday Night Live. We were in the Badlands, and then I drove, and here we are. So, I'm going to get checked in. All right, here we go. And has something for me, so hey.
Here you go.
Oh, awesome. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at that, guys. So this is the Spam single like I give away on the Appalachian Trail, the thru hikers. And we've got a delay here, so we're going to get started on our tour. So, hi, what's your first name?
Hello, I'm Spam Ambassador Hannah.
Spam Ambassador Hannah. So they have Spam Ambassadors?
Yep.
Okay, that's the official title. So I was told to come see Hannah because she's got a guide for us, which is a tour of the museum. And you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, this is a guide to the museum. It just shows you what you're about to see, a layout of all the exhibits. It's 14,000 square feet of square meat all on one floor.
Wait. Did you hear that? 14,000 feet of square meat that we can't eat. So,
map on the back.
All right.
Treasure map. The treasure is Spam, of course, and that's
all
for
right.
you.
Perfect, Hannah. Thank you so much. I'm going to get started. You say the best way to go is clockwise?
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. I'll get to rolling. All right, thanks. If I got questions, can I come to you?
Yep, or any other Spam ambassador.
Or any other Spam ambassadors, so they're going to be floating around if you got questions. All right. I didn't know start that way.
Enjoy. Have fun.
Perfect. All right, so let's take a look at our first exhibit, which is Can Central. All right, there it is. So let's take a walk in there. All right, so when you walk into the front door, just to the right, when you start your exhibit out, you're going to see big pyramids of Spam. Look at that. And I'm seeing already flavors that I have never seen before. Look at that. Oh, there's musubis. So we had a musubi over at Stitch's house. So that's a musubi. So I got the correct spelling on it. Look at this. So Spam and cookies. Oh, what? Yeah. So there's a lot of uses for Spam. So look at that. Hawaii gets this nice bowl. America, look at this. We do Spam cookies. Yeah. All right. So something very interesting is that Spam was the products were first produced in 1937. And if anybody knows me, I just found out that, my favorite number is 1927 or 927 or 27, but 927 actually was the very first canned ham that was produced in 1927. So look at that. So it's a breakfast sandwich and soup. Look at that on a waffle. You know what? I would not have even thought about that, but that's restaurant inspired. So some of the flavors that I was seeing that I've not seen before was the teriyaki, but there's tons. The Portuguese sausage. Look at that. So there are a ton of different varieties. Hickory smoked flavor. Now I've had the jalapeno, but I see hot and spicy. Taquino. Look at this one here. Taquino. Not heard of that before. Yeah, a lot of Spams. I know somebody who would enjoy this display. Yes, people in the United States consume 97,761,600 cans of Spam every year. And from what I understand, the United States is not even the number one country where it's sold. Welcome to the global marketplace. So come celebrate the Spam brand around the world. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, how the world is portrayed in Spam cans. So there's definitely a huge clientele for spam. Spam products from locations around the world, including Australia, China, Hawaii, Japan, Latin America, the Philippines, South Korea, and United Kingdom will be showcased throughout this exhibit in ways you would find them in their local market. Alrighty, pretty cool. All right, so here we go. Oh, look at the Spam Shack. So this must be the Hawaiian, obviously. Look at that Spam can. Hey, buddy, how you doing? So the British Isles, so this is a menu here. Look at the mains, is Spam fritters with mushy peas. Cool. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so next country we flew over to is Japan. But you can see a display in here of some of the food of how they present Spam. But look at take notice to the can. Look how it has the Spam with rice and the seaweed around it. Pretty cool. Yeah, look at the Snow Festival. Got the Spam on there. Look at that up in the temple. Spam. Pretty cool. So that's Japan. Let's get over to another country. All right, so now we're in South Korea. Look at this. So look at this package for South Korea. It's just presented so different. So we got it frying in the wok there. Look at that. So they have a popular meal as well, and that would be right over here on the board. So in South Korea, look at this. A popular Spam recipe is that name, or army stew. The main ingredients are Spam, classic, kimchi, hot pepper paste, onions, and ramen noodles. There you go. South Korea's display, pretty awesome. All right, so Latin America, over 12 varieties of Spam products are sold in over 20 countries between Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. But look at this, Panama consumes the most Spam products in Latin America. So there's some of the varieties and some of the meals. Alrighty. Boy, I'm getting hungry. All right, so they've got quite a few countries represented in here. So we saw South Korea, but there's China, there's the Philippines, and then over in this area, Hawaii. Yes, so let's take a look at Hawaii's real quick. Spam musubi, there you go. Boy, they got their own can. Look at those yellow cans there. All right, Spam brand. All right. So in 2015, Spam, the Portuguese sausage, was created for Hawaii. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's Hawaii. Let's go take a look at this other room. This is actually military and very popular in World War II. Very popular. Oh, look at my leg. All right, so in World War II, actually in 1942 saw the introduction of the first military K ration, the much maligned but life-saving battlefield meal. So Hormel Foods provided the ingredients for these rations, which included pork, apple flakes, carrots, veal loaf, chopped pork, and egg yolks, and ham and eggs. Alrighty, so even Dwight Eisenhower said that he ate a ton of it. So, and he said, I officially forgive you of your sin of sending us so much of it. Right? There you go. So during World War II, Hormel actually stepped up its production because they began sending the Spam so it could be supplied during other countries during that time of the war to help support their efforts as well. And a lot of those countries ended up becoming allies of the United States. Wonder if it was because of this Spam. Maybe. Who knows, right? 1941, feeding our allies through the Lend-Lease Act. Pretty cool. All right, so they got a whole section here talking about how the Hormel company changed in with the World War II and the support of the war, and actually through the family history here. I was just looking. The family has served in just about every major conflict that we've had in the world. So this section here is from pretty much where it began, 1891 and beyond. So you can see the Geo A. Hormel and Company Provisions Market. Look at that. And then it goes through and talks about the family over here on the wall. So you've got a lot of family portraits. And then talks about some of George's chores as a young man, and then gets into the family business right here. And then we've got where Hormel came out with the canned ham. Let's walk over there and look at that. Yeah, 1927. So that would be the beginning of the Hormel flavored hams and chickens and so forth. And then moving forward, actually after the Depression era, there was challenges because the federal government actually halted a program that actually helped farmers and consumers. So the Hormel company was left with over 50,000 cans, so they had to figure out a way to use up those cans. J.C. Hormel came up with some products to fill those cans, like spaghetti and meatballs. Look at this. Beef stew. And we got ox joints and gravy. What, you never had ox joints? No, me neither. All right. So that was in 1935. We moved down here. And then we got different types of Hormel products over the years, like chili con carne. And then moving down, so you can see in 1950s how the can zips in the center. So that was a very popular way to open the can for over 50 years. But these should look familiar. Different types of pulls to open the can over the years. Oh, look at this. Spam burger. All right, there we go. So this is Spam Brand 101. So this talks about how it's made. So right there you go. So over there on the chalkboard, it talks about the ingredients and stuff. And then right here, you can actually, this is a very interactive museum. So, you know, if you have kids and things like that, they can do the walkthrough. And if you want to play with it, you certainly can too. You can actually go down and can some ham as a, something to do, something fun, see how it all works. All right. So this is a great section here. So open your taste buds. There's all kinds of questions, facts and questions. They've got a factory fashion section right here, so you can put on a coat and a helmet and then sit right down here and build a can of Spam. All right, it gets start to finish, walks you through actually how it's done. I really like this here, so I wonder if this is their secret ingredient. All right, let's get moving. All right, so I don't know if this is familiar to you at all, but the Marty Python skit, they've got it planned here. They spam. So that's, what keeps it popular today, but that was a very popular skit from Marty Python. Look at this. This is Marty Python's cafe right here. All right, let's see if we can get a shot of this. Alrighty, that is funny, too funny. All right, so they've got some different displays here in the center, but look at these Spam can instruments, stuff that was inspired by using the leftover can to make different things. Oh, this is really cool. The Black Label Hormel, established 1891, but the world's first bacon-fueled motorcycle. Look at this. So the fuel was B100 Black Label Bacon Biodiesel. And here's the motorcycle. Get down over here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right, so they do have a whole kids can play. So there's a whole Hormel Foods area that kids can go and play in. All right. All right. Well, I think that's it for this part. Let's check out the other foods that Hormel makes. I know Spam's a big one, right? So, but you've got bacon and all kinds of stuff. But look at all the brand names here. I mean, the ultimate brand name is Hormel Foods, but these are all the labels of different products and different items. Chi-Chi's brand. Wow, very interesting. I did not know that. All right, so that's pretty much the museum part. And all right, right here was the Spam shop. So let's take a walk around the gift shop area. Yep, they have a ton of t-shirts and just about any kind of saying you'd want on a t-shirt that has Spam on it. Look at all the t-shirts and different sizes. And they got sweatshirts. So they got a ton of stuff. Oh, look at this. Even like a hockey jersey and a bike shirt. There's a Spam. Spam football, Spam soccer balls, Spam frisbees, and Spam basketballs. Spam knit caps, Spam baseball caps, Spam lunch pouch, Spam bag, Spam cups, Spam knickknacks, Spam slicer and dicers, even Spam Yahtzee. It's a Spam playing cards. So they got a ton of Spam stuff. Spam, and more Spam. So I believe they said the maple flavor, real quick, is that just came out today as a variety that you can purchase. Alrighty. So wasn't that awesome? So we got the tour of the museum. We did the gift shop, and then all we got to do is walk outside and get in the car, right? All right, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and I'll see you in the car in a little bit. All right, here we go. Alrighty, wasn't that a blast? So I didn't know there was so much Spam or the history of it. I knew a little bit of history, but I didn't know it was that involved. So that was great, all right? But what are we going to do next? I have no clue. I did purchase a can of the maple Spam. Today was the very first day it was launched and on the shelf. So, hey, we're the very first one. All right, so I did get a can of that. It's in the back. I was hoping to cook Spam in their parking lot, but it's so windy. Very, very windy. I'm not going to be able to do that. It'd be too tough. Yeah. All right, so what are we going to do? Well, I don't know. So let me figure that out as we drive, and I'll let you know in a little while. All right. Alrighty, so we are heading down the road. We're not on any major highway. We're on Route 218, and we just crossed over into Iowa. So I am going to keep driving. I don't know, have any clue where I'm going except for we're heading south. All right, I'll talk to you after a bit. Yeah, one of the things I was going to try to do while I was in Minnesota was I had looked and I found out that they were the innovator of the Juicy Lucy. If you don't know what that is, that's two hamburger patties, or really it's enough for one, but you kind of split the meat in half and then you fill it with cheese so that when you bite into it, you got the cheeses in the middle. So it's like a cheeseburger, but a stuffed cheeseburger. And I looked for the closest Juicy Lucy place, and it was like 200 miles away. So we didn't get a Juicy Lucy, but I wanted to do that because I always made my kids Juicy Lucy's once I saw it on one of the Food Network channels. I don't remember who did it. It was Guy Ferrari, or I don't know. Somebody did. It was one of the Food Network hamburger shows. It had Juicy Lucy's. They're founded in Minnesota. Imagine that. Ooh. All right. So, hey, what are we doing? Well, I stopped at a rest area, and it's a little noisy here because of the refrigerators or the machines. But let me tell you what we're doing. We were in Minnesota, as you can see. Then we drove through Minnesota, and we got into Iowa. Well, believe it or not, we just kept driving. So now we're in Illinois. We're heading south to head east. All right. So we were on 80 for a little while, but now we're on 74 because I'm going down. But 80 goes right near my house in Pennsylvania. But I think it's shorter to go down instead of going through Chicago. Now, I made a decision, an executive decision, to keep driving tonight. So I'm going to drive as long as I can handle it tonight. I did stop at a rest stop here. I'm out walking around, getting limber, getting my legs blood flowing again in them. But I feel good. Feel really, really good. Now, there's some things in Pennsylvania that I got to get back to. So we did our trip across America, and we are working our way back. I definitely wanted to go to that Spam Museum, and that was all part of it. I don't know where else we're going to stop on the way back. I got some ideas, but I'm just not sure yet. I'm working my way towards that, but we may go through a couple states where I'm not doing a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video so it doesn't get really long and you're not going to see me driving at night. But it's good that we're driving at night because I didn't want to go around Chicago, and I was on 80, now I'm down on 74. So you'll have to tune in on the next episode, so don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can follow along. And I do want to say that I'm having an awesome time. And don't worry about me, just continue to pray for me and so forth, and I greatly appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. Remember, it's just one adventure at a time. Go and have yourself a great adventure yourself, and if you can't, make sure you follow mine and come along with me as we get out there and do our random adventures. This is very random because I have no clue where I'm going. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm not really seeing any speakers, but we're gonna check it out. Can we cue the music? There it is. All right, so hey, I've been really enjoying having you along for this trip, and yeah, I really do appreciate you. Go ahead and share this video and this content with others, and if you like it, go ahead and hit like. If you're watching, you're not subscribed, and you've been watching the series, figure out how to go on and just click the button to subscribe, because you know what? It's the freest thing you can do on the internet. All right. Well, I'm going to go get back in the car, and so it's Tony 2.0 out. All right. Good night, and I got to find the light switch. Oh, there it is. Lights out. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on one second. Turn the light back on, right? So one more thing that I gotta say is we're not at that rest stop anymore. We're actually in Ohio. So as I was driving, I almost got to Kentucky, and I pulled off the side road right before I went over the Kentucky line, and I just sat there and I prayed for a second. I went, you know what? I'm not feeling exactly where to go next. So my thought was, let me see how far it is away from home. So that's what I did. I put it in, and then we drove another, I believe, 5 hours. So, hey, we're in Ohio. So I've got about 8 hours to get home. I'm kind of missing Miss 2.0. So I'm going to hurry up and get home to her, and I will talk to you when I get back to the studio. Alrighty. We'll see ya. This time, actually, 2.0 out. All right. See ya.